Hello and welcome everyone to another video on my channel. Today I show you how I qualified in the last second because I was away and we played a brew as usual. And yeah, I wish you fun with the video. Okay, let's have a look at the deck I used to play to qualify here. It's a quite straightforward Azorious Enchantment deck. If you saw my video about the Jeskai Aura deck, the one I climbed to Mythic #1 in 7 hours, it is quite similar. It is a bit different though. We don't use Pain for All, but we use some different cards. And the main cards we play differently here is once the Optimus Scavenger, which is a 1 mana 1/1, with Eerie. Eerie is like the enter effect theme for enchantment. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, put the +1/+1 counter on target creature. This helps to make our creature stronger, which is the way we do it in this deck. We don't play the bunny because we don't have all the 1-drops that give 2 permanents, so Scavenger is the card we play here. We also have the Gremlin Tamer here, which is a 2 mana 2/2 with Eerie as well. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, create a 1/1 red gremlin creature token. This makes it possible that we can go wide, and these little gremlins here are actually quite good blocker. Another card that we play that is quite strong here, and maybe I could have considered to play 3, but I went for 2, is the Silent Hallcreeper, which is a 2 mana 1/1, and this creature can't be blocked. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to your player, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You can put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature, you can draw a card, or this creature becomes a copy of another target creature you control. This card is super strong because it cannot be blocked, and if we are able to buff this creature quite up with something like an Ethereal Armor, which is a 1 mana aura, enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. If you have like a 10/10 that attack, and you will see we had that, and they cannot block, it's quite tricky, right? The goal with this type of deck is to have strong creatures that are hard to deal with, and that's definitely one deck that's really hard to deal with. We of course play the Entity Tracker here, which is a 3 mana 2/3 with Flash and Eerie. Whenever enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. Super simple. Draw engine in our deck, has Flash, and yeah, this card can pop off really fast, especially in a deck like this. We also have the Enduring Innocence here, which is a 3 mana 2/1 enchantment creature with lifelink. Whenever one or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. When Enduring Innocence dies, if it was a creature, return to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it is an enchantment. So this card I do like quite a lot in this deck, especially because we have Gremlin Tamer, which gives us the options to have creature each turn, right? And you can even get creature in opponent's turn because you play also cards with Flash, and they are enchantments. We have the Short Mage Rescuer, which is a 1 mana Flash enchant creature control. As long as this aura enters this turn, enchanted creature has hexproof, and it gets +1/+1. So this card is protection for our creature, but you can also create the 1/1 here, which then will draw you a card, and of course you can also draw a card here. The other Flash card we have is this aura here, which is the Feather of Flight, a 2 mana Flash enchant creature aura. When this aura enters, draw a card, and the enchant creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. This card we also like if we need some evasion, right? If we need our creature has to somehow attack, which this is a quite aggressive deck, so we want to have these type of cards, and this has these purposes, so really nice. And of course the main aura you need to play in every like best of 1 creature based deck, and here it has of course more upside because it's an enchantment, is Shelter by Ghosts. 2 mana enchantment aura, and when this aura enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. Until this aura leaves the battlefield, enchanted creature gets +1/+0, has lifelink and ward 2. It has everything you want. It has literally everything you want in this type of deck. We also play the Stormchase Talent, of course, which is a 1 mana enchantment. It creates this auto creature, so it's an enchantment, and we create the Prowess creature, and Prowess also is quite strong because we play many cheap cards. For 4 mana you can upgrade this, and you can return a sorcerer instant speed from your graveyard to your hand. We don't have too many, similar to the Jeskai Aura list, but we do have some, and it can come in handy. And for 6, yeah, level 3, whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue and red auto creature token with Prowess. Usually not what we want, but yeah, it could technically at some point be useful. I also added 2 Seam Rip here, which is an enchantment, a 1 mana. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. This card I added here because I wanted some more removal, and especially it works great against Vivi. We played against maybe Vivi decks, and I can tell you, this card, getting rid of Cauldron, really nice. So yeah, we play this one. The other card we have additionally in this type of deck is something like Into the Floodmaw. This helps us to bounce certain cards. We can bounce creatures, and if we get the tapped fish, then we can bounce a non-land permanent as well. This can be like maybe a cage or anything that threatens you. And in like most of the time though, this will just open the way up. Also, this is nice to keep it on hand in case they have Sheltered by Ghosts. So it also is like a protection spell for their Sheltered, which I think in best of one we seal quite a lot, and that's why I want to have 2 of them. And also in case we need to return some cards, we want to have this. The other instant we play is the Restoration Magic, a 1-mana instant with tiered, and for 0 additional target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. This is nice because you can also, for example, target a Sheltered by Ghost if you want to. But usually you, of course, do it on the creature. But if they target your Shelter with their Shelter, you can still protect it with the Restoration Magic. And Kura for 1, you gain 3 life, but it does the same. And Kuraga for 4 extra. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 6 life. So you can literally protect your entire board. Yeah, which is, of course, super nice. On the land side here, we also have the Valgavov's Lair. This is an enchantment land, right? It has hexproof. And this land enters tap. As it enters, choose a color, and then we can get a mana for that color. This one is of course nice because we play more Eerie creatures here, right? And this one also counts towards the Ethereal Armor. So I want to have 2 of them. You can play maybe 3, but it's too many tapped lands because I also do want to have the Restless Anchorage here. I want to have an attacking land, and if we face control, it's always nice to have other backup plan. And this land does quite well. For 3 mana, we get a 2/3 white-blue bird creature, and we can attack and create maps. So yeah, I do want to have this. Azorius though, the downside is usually do not have shock lands. You only have the Verge. So the mana base for this type is usually quite bad. But yeah, with the starting town, we can somewhat help this out. But yeah, the mana base usually for Azorius is the weakest one. So this is the type of deck we were playing here. Again, you have to be careful how you play this. If you see they have like a mono red or aggressive deck, you have to be really, really thoughtful about how you play creatures. Turn 1, usually you do want to play Scavenger or Talent, but it depends on your hand. If you have a Rescue or a Magic, sometimes we'll play this turn 2. You will see I play this once turn 2. Keep a Rescue up, and then you literally just blow out them, right? It's really important sometimes to have these things, and once you get the Ethereal Armor up against the red deck, it's really hard for them to deal with that card. First it has First Strike, so they cannot attack, block, and then do the rest of the damage with that card. Also, Ghost is the same. You have to be careful playing this card, because if you play it on a creature and they have mana up, they can bounce it or destroy it, so always keep that in mind as well. Always read. You always have to try and read opponent and try to do it as good as I can, and you will see it in the games. But yeah, super strong deck, super fun to play. I wanted to actually make a video about this deck, but I ended up just doing the qualifier. I had almost no time because I was out, I came home. I was like, oh, there's a qualifier, go in, play it, and well, we managed. So yeah, and if you like my content, if you like this type of content, like showing my qualifiers and these kind of things, let me know. Super fun to play this deck. And yeah, if you like it, feel free to comment and subscribe. You all help me a lot. The channel is growing so fast. Discord community is growing so fast. We have many new players. We try to help out each other. It's super cool. I post these lists before I do them or play them or the video come out. So yeah, feel free to join, and I would say have fun with the games. An Nexus on fire. Okay. We go first. 1 land, not good. Draw. 2 land, good. Boah. How do we play this here? How do we play this hand? I think it's the feather that has to go away. I'd rather keep double removal in best of 1. And here we start with this. I just don't want to show that we have something. Okay. We find a land, we super in the game. Okay, don't like that one. But actually, what we're gonna do here is we let this slide, because if they play another angel, we get double draw and double removal, so no attack here. So they play an angel for 3, make it stronger, right? For 2, okay. If they have double angel, it's a bit annoying. Okay, double angel is definitely worse. Okay. So let's try to get a decent board here. Okay, so we start off with this one. We get one of these first. To be honest, I don't care about this card right now. Just gonna play as much as we can here to get the draws in. An opponent is not happy with this, and this is a really fast win here with, yeah, mulligan, but we had what we had to do, right? So GG. It's a weird hand. It's a bit of a weird hand, but it's okay. Let's see how we play this. I don't want to play this early actually, but I feel like I have to. I do want to play this, but I can see... that's a tricky one. It's a tricky hand. Like this one guarantees me one with this, which is usually really nice. But usually when you have this, you always have an enchantment. So now the question is it worth pressure with talent early on? Questions over questions, huh? I wanna actually... Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Depending what they have, this is the better play. But this is we on the play. We don't have much information, so we're going like this. And now we have to play this though. Except if we draw a land, then we don't play it. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure they have a bounce or removal here. And this is gonna be... our hand is more of a white. And if you put it here, the bounce is stronger, so we put it here, then you have to shoot this one, then you get the damage in. Okay. We have to play around Torch and against the bounce, so it's quite hard. That's the thing. Probably a FOMO here. A soul, that's quite early. So they have a FOMO on hand, huh? So the only way to win this actually is by finding a removal spell. Seam Rip, we have 2 Seam Rips. We have 8 ways to deal with this one. So let's see. If they have the nut draw with FOMO, now then we have a problem. But what do you want to do against the nut draw, right? Oh, they have this one. This is also quite nut drawy. If they have Vivi on hand. This is probably even better. So removal, if they have Vivi here, they have the nut draw, which is hard to deal with. We have ways. We get draws next turn, which is nice. We have 4 mana, which is nice too. Okay, no Vivi, that's good for me. No Vivi there is super nice. We love to see it. Let's see what we can do from here. It's a hard turn. Maybe too greedy, but I get the tracker out of range from the torch now. as well as this one. Have to make sure these creatures are out of range. We just need to find interaction now. It's super important. Out of torch range. Can still draw interaction here. Push for damage now. Well, it is what it is. It's a lot of these, huh? So they have a chance to win next turn, but if not, we win. 10 damage is a lot. I think they have to block it, which is really good for me. So I think we have this in the back, but hey, yeah. You all played against this deck before, so you know what this deck can do, right? You know what it can do. Our board looks super strong though. They have a bounce for my 7/7. They need 2 bounces. If they don't bounce my tracker, we'll just get value all day, and we have a really good hand here, which makes these two a 3/3, right? We get 2 triggers on the scavengers. They have 3 mana, they're limited here. So their best case is 4 more into Vivi. That's like literally the best thing. Okay. So they don't have a Vivi in the graveyard. Makes the Quantum Riddler quite weak, which is good for us. Okay, they draw. So now they maybe find Vivi. Let's see how far they can go. If they don't find Vivi here, we win. That's the thing. We just diversify our damage profile next turn. And yeah, quite simple. And yeah, this is another win. Explosive, huh? Victory. It's okay. Not perfect, but it's okay. Oh, same deck? Okay, same deck, huh? This game is literally done by the Tamer. By the tracker, I mean. I want them to use a removal spell here, actually. I kind of feel like I need to Tamer here. Like, optimally I draw a card first. And they on the play. Let's see. Winter Night Stories. Okay, this one gets quite big. So if we find any removal spell for the Mako here, we're good. They already have the Vivi in the graveyard. I have to take it. Which, yeah, unfortunate, right? But no removal spell spotted. So we're gonna attack here. Try to draw another card. I mean, if they have Cauldron, we lose the game, so cannot do that. I wish it's different, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Cannot have a 6/6 with Cauldron and Vivi in the graveyard. There is absolutely no way. Take a lot of damage again, but we will push damage next turn. They had a Cauldron in hand, as we can see, like, too dangerous. So they have 2 Cauldrons. There's another Cauldron in hand for sure. We need to find a way to deal with these creatures. It's the only way. Take quite a lot of damage here as well. We get 2 damage back, which helps a bit. But we need to find a way to deal with the cards, which we didn't find. So what options do we have? We don't have a draw. which, yeah, is not good. We can just die. So the best case would be playing this into finding something, but they most likely go off next turn. And yeah, there's not much I can do about it. If we survive this turn, maybe there's a chance. But that's not that easy. That's not that easy to do. So there's a cauldron now. If we had any interaction like a bounce here, it's a different type of game now. But we don't. We don't. Cauldron. Surprise. They will totally go off now. They did not draw. What do you want to do? What you want to do? Here a bounce and GG. 6 mana is pretty strong, right? We're gonna protect that one. Oh, that's tricky. Unfortunate, huh? Unfortunate. The question is, will we survive it though? Okay. Can we go through this? Okay. Okay, guys. Calculation started. We have two. I played the wrong land, my bad. But I probably have to do it like this. So we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a lot of life. We get rid of this. But then they have Vivi. I can go white here. Okay. I think we need to find the bounce. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet. I have to think quite a lot here. If it's Vivi, I can bounce Vivi, but then they have the 6/6 here. I have to sacrifice this, so I cannot. We go for the either you make it or you do not make it. I think this is the best one, and we block the light shatter and hope that Vivi doesn't go off. Okay, that is a land, that's good for me. If they tap out, they cannot use the light shatter right now, and there's no Vivi in the graveyard. So they have to either tap out this one with the mana, or they tap the light shatter, which prevents damage. They need to find a way to deal with tracker. If they cannot deal with tracker, we win, right? So it's like this situation. I mean this tracker here. Okay, so they tap out, so Vivi has 1 mana right now. They get more mana, but that's post-combat. So if they find a way to deal with my board, they get it. So post-combat Vivi, right? If they go on the light chat, I will be a bit confused here. It has to be Vivi. Like, it really has to be Vivi. But if they hesitant here, it just tells me they maybe don't have a good follow-up. But if they attack with both, I have to block. But they cannot attack with both, because they already used the thing, right? So let's see what they do on this situation. They can only do this during their turn. If that's it, then we win. Okay, I think we have it. Okay, we're gonna start off with a land here, which gives us 2 draws, right? Okay, not optimal, of course. So we can bounce 1 there. That doesn't help me much. Okay, let's just draw cards. We just need to find cards here to get rid of the board. Yeah. We managed. Tricky game though. Tricky game, but yeah. I had one decision where I was not sure, but it paid off, so GG. Mulligan. Keep. Wow. Wow, interesting hand. I'm gonna get rid of the protection spell. Because we can play Scavenger, Hallcreeper, above the Hallcreeper, play... I think it's this way. I think it's this way. But it had to be a mulligan. And it's always Scavenger first, right? We can draw into powerful cards here with this type of hand, so we keep it. I wish I could keep the Restoration. Of course, this with Restoration here on hand changes to everything. Because then we can just play Talent next turn, keep 1 up. Would be nice too. I mean, there are multiple lines. But yeah, this is quite obvious. This turn is an obvious one. Black is something I don't like to see. Now the question is, how many removal spells do they have, right? I have to go for it. If you have a removal, you have a removal. Okay. Doesn't look like a removal. Looks like a tapping. Looks like Demia mid-range, and we had a mulligan. Did they go for the removal? Double removal. Pretty strong. Pretty strong, of course. Usually it's white. Siren coming through. Drawing lands here is suboptimal. So they will have a kite though, right? Okay. They can remove this. It's not good. It's not good here. Cat. That I can deal with. Good draw as well. Okay. The cat sucks. So they draw 1 card. But we have to do it this way, because they will drop cat. They draw 1 card, but they would tap out. We can get rid of cat, which is decent enough. But yeah, we're in the back foot here. This not really good. Not really too good. They have a land on hand? Or Kaito? Land, huh? Drawing 2 is too much. I'm not happy here. Can give them 1 draw, yes, but not 2. We draw bad. We draw really bad. If they have removal now, then ouch. Then ouch. We do have a bounce next turn though, but let's dodge removal. We already had 2 removal, please just don't have more. We just gave them 1 draw. Okay, yeah. Double cat, pretty strong. Pretty good opponent here. We do get a bounce. I will make them tap out here. Again. Hello. We're trying to race this now. That's all I can do is racing it. They draw cards now each turn though. If they have the removal, they have the removal, right? Hey, well played. What is the option here? The option is drawing not sheltered. That's it. And even then we're quite on the back foot since their curiosity is going off. So this one we have to accept. A mulligan is never easy, right? Never easy. And yeah. I have to accept the loss. Maybe there's a small chance, but it's way too small. Because they do have the tap here, and then they remove my card next turn. I don't think we can get through this, so we just go next because I don't have much time left. Mulligans, 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 mulligans. Not what you want to see, especially if you have to bottom the card you want, but you don't know what the opponent is playing, right? We go first. I gotta keep this hand. I not like it, but I just mulligan a lot recently. That's the downside of the Azorius mana base, right? So let's try it like this. And so far we punished. Really punished. If we found a white land here, wow, beautiful. Now we look for any land that's not tapped, but I will accept any land. If we find a plane here, wow. Wow, really. I just don't want to mulligan and mulligan. This is a wow effect now, right? So we're just gonna attack here. Okay. We don't really have a way to trigger the tracker, to be honest. Wow, okay, we have to play it differently. I do feel like they have Kona, huh? Here we wait a little bit just to pretend we have counter. But I'm pretty sure they have Kona. The question is, do they slam Kona? Okay, they definitely play Yuna. And oh, Primal Odin. Did I have Zombify? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. That's quite cool. I mean, that's cool. I have to say, I didn't expect a Zombify as well. But hey. What do you want to do? Get a lot of triggers. If we manage to survive here... Oh, next one is good. We have Restoration Magic up, which is fine. They could have a Wrath here, of course, but we can still trigger it. Yuna, they look in the graveyard means they have a Yuna on hand, they click there. Like, all these small details I try to track here. I'm trying to track everything as good as I can. But yeah, we want to keep the entity tracker, right? Yeah. Okay, they want to prepare for Yuna, which is okay. Did they got something? Not really. So, perfect for us, right? Perfect for us. We definitely go with this one here. This plays really nice around certain cards. We get a draw from the Tamer and the Tracker. Okay, beautiful card as well. We still go for the survival of the Tracker here. We know they have a Juna on hand, that's like given. Good cards, but cannot play because we only have one white up right now. Okay. It is so important to keep the Tracker alive here. Wow, they shock. Okay. What is it? What are you gonna do now? They shocked here? That's really interesting. Okay. We do it on this one, of course. That one alone would be lethal. We know they have removal spells, but they need it on the Tracker, right? So the Tracker has to survive. That's like the most important part. Their idea is to kill Tracker, get Odin, kill a creature, right? Like that's their main game plan here. Okay, but that's only creatures, my man. There's like nothing you can get from this. We have lethal on board. So what's it gonna be? Nothing. Okay. We got this one. Nice. So we're already in the plus, which is always nice. When you play these type of things, you don't sometimes, especially me who has no time today and have to do this like in the last second with a homebrew again. Yeah, you try have fun. Try have fun. I probably cannot play the quali in anyways, so I like to do this for the gems sometimes. That's fine. Sometimes you do it for the gems, you know. Currently waiting. Hopefully there are still people playing it because it's literally the end of the queue. We need some people. I remember back in the days, I think it was 2020. There was also the qualifier, but it was different back then. It was the weekend qualifier, and I had to do it like... I was in the mountains. Classic Swiss. My friend had birthday. It was 2020. It was literally the day where our government announced quarantine for COVID. And I had to play it. And the internet was not good, and it was in the last second as well. That was quite fun. Okay. I mean, we can keep this. It's not perfect to be on the draw. On the play, I mean. Another one of those. Another one of those. Okay, Hallcreeper here is nice. They want to deal with Hallcreeper, but they also want to commit to the board, right? Yeah. They want to commit to the board as well, which is important for them. If we see a Vivi, if we would have saw a Vivi there, we would have played it differently. Wow. That's a really interesting one, I can tell you that. Okay. This hand, even though we have a tracker, since we're on the play, we can try to play it more aggressively. This can backfire though, but we have a Sheltered by Ghost, which I really, really like. They don't have a Cauldron, they don't have a Vivi in graveyard, so what they can do is try to deal with my creatures, but 2 of my creatures are unblockable. Like, I don't know why they get rid of that one, to be fair. Cauldron, yeah, we get rid of Cauldron. No blocks. So many good cards. Still going for this. As I said, we pressure here. This one will get stronger. And this one will draw a card. Okay. We also can make something flying. We have so much evasion on the field. And we stop them from going off. They need a bounce here. But if they use the bounce, they tap 3 mana. But that card is dangerous. It's 5 damage in the face. So dangerous. Okay, sure. We got the life. We okay. Let's see if there's a Vivi. Vivi is there. We got the Cauldron. So they couldn't do what they wanted to do. So a lot of damage coming in here. They have bounce. Maybe. Taking 9. I think we can actually take 9. That's the top deck of the top decks, to be honest. Okay, guys. 1 mana. We have to push this one. Because they cannot really deal with that one. And we have lethal this way. Okay, we got it, yeah. This is the aggressive way. We have to play it, right? So, sometimes you have to play it aggressive and... Oh, these Vivi decks. Okay, so we have 5 wins now. We have 6,000 gems, which is really nice. Here we get 6... So actually this is already what I want. For me, I already qualified. But hey, let's hope we can finish this in a good way. And if not, we have 6,000 gems. And that's quite good. Quite good. 6,000 gems secured. Secured. That's nice. Okay, let's hope we do have a decent hand. And hopefully no mulligan. Touch wood. Is that a thing in other countries too? Like in Switzerland we say this. Which is, in Swiss it's called Holzerlange. Holzerlange. Holz is wood and Erlange is like to touch. In German it's anfassen and in Swiss it's Erlange. So yeah, people say it's the same language. It's not. It's not. And if there are any German viewers here, let me know if you understand Swiss. Like, I know it's. I mean, my dialect. I think my dialect would be easier to understand, since I'm from Basel, which is the city that is to border to France and Germany. I do, for example, say merci and velo. I use a lot of French words for certain things in my Swiss. It really depends where you are. If you're at the border to Italy, of course, you either speak Italian, or you have like there's the Wallis, and these people speak. I cannot even I have a hard time understand my own people. You have to understand, like some Swiss dialects, I really do not get. Like I try, but like I don't know. It's weird, you know. We have 4 national languages, and then so many dialects. So you really don't know like where some if they speak, I know where they're from, right? I'm like, okay, they're from that region. If they speak French, I mean, there are many places who speak French in Switzerland, right? If they speak Italian, it's usually one of 2 places. But there's also a language called Romansh. I do not understand that language. And that language is the closest language to the Romanic Empire, because back in history, right, like we are border to Italy, right? And there was the Romanic Empire who took over. And in that place where they speak this, it's like how you call this, like 2 mountains and then there's the villages in the middle. Tal, but I don't know in English right now. And they were like so isolated that the Romanic language stayed there. So it's the only place in the world where you have the closest language to the thing that the Romanic Empire spoke is in Switzerland. But when they speak, I'm like, what in the world? It's such a funny language. Like, it's a mix between Italian, Swiss, I would say. Yeah, maybe French. But the rhythm of the language is like Swiss. The words are more Italian. It's so weird. It's so weird. If you're interested in languages, you have to Google retro Romansh, and it's really like I cannot understand a single word. I'm always thinking like, okay, I'm Swiss. Maybe I should learn that language as well. It's an official language. Sometimes when I go to the news and they speak that language, I'm like, what in the world? I don't understand. If they speak French, I understand. If they speak German, I understand. If they speak Italian, okay, I can get the context. But if they speak Romansh, I'm lost. I'm completely lost. It's so weird. A country with 4 national languages, and the main language, which is Swiss, is not even official. They tried to make it official once, but the problem was that there are too many dialects, and there's not really like a rule how to speak. So it was super hard for people to actually get it, and then they switched it again. What in the world is this? 4-minute queue time? And I do like a language history lesson here. That's the thing, if you're in the end, right, of a qualifier, then this is the situation. So let's see. Take another sip from my coffee and hope we get an enemy here. An opponent. That's a long 4 minutes and 14 seconds, 15 seconds, 16 seconds, 17 seconds. This is my try I have. I don't have another try. I will try my best to get it, but let's see. Currently waiting still. Still waiting. Wow, should we cancel the queue here? Or should we just let it go through? I'm a bit worried now that I have... last time when I had the qualifier... Okay, we have entry map. When I had the qualifier, I got an error, and then after that I couldn't play anymore. I got an auto loss and I couldn't play for like 2 hours. Okay, we can try this. We have all the starting towns to die, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'm not happy with this hand, especially not against red. That's unfortunate. Okay. So my Tamer will die next turn. I take 2 damage, which is quite a lot. I can try to finish this with a flyer, right? It's kind of weird, but I think I have to do this. Absolutely wild, my hand. If I find a Sheltered by Ghost, there is a chance. Now they are scared of my protection spell, right? It's a mouse. Okay. I'm really not happy about triple town against mono red. I still believe I have this as the only choice. And I'm flooding. Can I raise this somehow? Not with my hand, but hey. Unfortunate, I guess, huh? This one gives me 6 life though, if we play correctly. I hope they shoot here, so I can actually prevent something. Other than that, the only way to win is flying, right? Okay, I take 6, it's not good. This is the top deck. Sometimes this is all you need, my man. This was the top deck. We take this one. make this stronger, and we have a protection spell. And then we're gonna go in again. I am talking about Sheltered, and then there it is, right? Yeah, we won the game. It's so stupid. This is what you call skill. You know, I'm totally aware of that. I'm totally aware. I'm totally aware that I top decked big time. You have to understand. Like, I'm absolutely, totally super aware. Yeah, and this is how we qualify in a rush, in an absolute rush, with a brew again. As you know me, I don't like to play like the meta decks. I mean, I can play them. If I would go like to a serious tournament, I maybe do this. But I do this for content. I do this for you guys, so we see what we can do, what decks you can play, learn Magic, right? I love to do that. I really love our community here, and you have to understand. And hopefully you liked my little Swiss course here of languages. So hey, we made it. And yeah, in the end we made it. So yeah, nice. Well, that was a quick run, and I was happy that I chose this deck. I wanted to play something fresh, you know me, always play something fresh when we have a qualifier, not a meta deck. We played against many meta decks, and we just run over them, and that was super fun. I think sometimes in a best of one, like qualifying, I like to play a Sheltered by Ghost deck. It just works the best. You usually don't see controls, and then also something I will tell you now, I played literally with 1 hour left, or something like this, so when I do that, I want a fast deck, right? In case I miss, I can play again. And secondly, I feel like there's less control decks because people are in the same situation, right? So that's why I play the Sheltered by Ghost deck. Every little variable that will give me a higher chance to win, I will go for. And these are just some thoughts I have about this, so I better share them with you guys. If you ever been in the same spot, do it like this. And yeah, super cool games. The Vivi games were quite interesting. Sometimes you get lucky, you draw what you need, right? That's also Magic. But yeah, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe and comment or like the video. It helps me out a lot. And with no further ado, I wish you all a good day, good night, and have fun playing Magic.